Hi guys, welcome to Pisa, Italy. I'm actually staying in Florence and just made a day trip out here, but I will catch you up on the last couple days. So had a good rest of the evening in Nice. Went to a friend's place of my host and just hung out, had some pizza and wine and listened to music and just chatted, translated back and forth between French and English because they don't speak a lot of English, but it was fun nonetheless, like going back and forth and using Google Translate, which actually works pretty well. And then I arrived 2 nights ago to Florence, or Firenze in Italian. And the first day, I walked around the city a bunch, checked out, all the spots to see. Florence is famous, known for its art, so like all the things mostly to see. It's a lot of churches and plazas and artwork, things like that. So walked around a bunch, saw the Duomo, some different churches, went to the Piazzale Michelangelo, which is this plaza that's really high up where you can get the best view of Florence from there, so that was really nice. And surprisingly stumbled upon something that has nothing to do with Italy really, but was awesome and like the coolest part of the day. So walked into this plaza and saw a bunch of people standing around, just figured it was tours and stuff like that. But went up closer to see what was going on, and they're actually filming a movie, which was really cool. So got to watch this car chase scene, and then I was wondering what it was. No one really knew standing around me, so I looked it up later, and it was actually this movie they're filming for Netflix, which is called Six Underground, I think, and it's starring Ryan Reynolds and Dave Franco, actually. So that was awesome. I couldn't really see because they're a little bit far away and there were people in front and stuff, but I have videos and pictures, so I think I have a picture of Ryan Reynolds in the car. I'm not totally sure. Anyways, that was just a random thing that was like really cool to find. And some side notes I've learned along the way. So like when you're driving into Florence, unless you work in the city, within the boundaries of the city, or you live there, you're not actually allowed to drive in. You have to like park outside or walk in. And if you do, they have cameras, they'll take a picture and send you a ticket. Also, if you're speeding, they will also mail you a ticket. They have the automatic cameras, and they will deduct points from your license, whereas we add points. So that was just some interesting side notes. Also found out a panini is totally different than what we call panini in the US. Here it's just really based, like they call it that, based on the type of bread it's served on. And it's just plain, has some meat like ham or salami, cheese, and that's it. Not even like toasted or anything. So that's totally different. So yeah, during the day, pretty much walked around the city earlier. Then later went with my host to Monteriggioni, which is this little town, village, city, whatever you call it. Also in the Tuscany area. This whole area is Tuscany. So cute little town. You can see from like the top of the wall all the green rolling hills and like the vineyards, plants, all the things that are growing out there. It's really pretty. And also ended up doing this wine tasting there because this area is famous for wine. You've probably heard of Chianti, which is a town in the area. So did some tastings, a couple red wines and whites, and paired with different cheeses and salami. And then the white wine they paired with bread with this spicy olive and truffle like spread, which was actually really good, and I don't even really like olives, so surprisingly good. I'm glad I did that. Then afterwards we went to San Gimignano, which is this other really cute city, also kind of within walls, but a lot bigger than the one before. Kind of reminded me of St. Paul de Vence, which is that place I went outside of Nice. Really pretty, again, that kind of tan stone, everything looks uniform. It's known for its towers. It has like 42 towers, I think, and just really pretty. It's more what you think of when you think of Tuscany, like that style. A lot prettier and nicer than the actual big cities like Florence. To me, it's not really a beautiful city, like comparing it to cities in France, I think are gorgeous. But these small little towns, I prefer way more. I think they're way nicer. So that was pretty much yesterday. And then today, earlier, I went to the Galleria dell'Accademia, which is a famous museum here, which houses the famous sculpture David, done by Michelangelo. Also has a lot of different Renaissance art, and so Florence is actually known for its Renaissance art because that's where it was actually born. It all started here. So saw a lot of paintings and sculptures, and the sculpture did that. And then afterwards came out here to Pisa, where you can see the Leaning Tower behind me. I climbed that a little bit ago. I think it's about 252 stairs, they said. And surprisingly, I wasn't expecting it, but you can actually like feel it slanted as you're climbing it. It's kind of weird. And the steps, they're kind of dipped out, almost as if someone sat on them and left an imprint. So a little bit slippery on the way down, but beautiful building, amazing view from the top. And yeah, just really beautiful. Also just went into the cathedral behind me. There's some other buildings around here, which I haven't been inside, but they're all really pretty to see. So let me give you a little bit better view of everything I'm talking about now. There's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Oh, and so I found out that it actually used to be leaning even more, but they, years ago, basically dug up a lot of the ground and put in cement and different like reinforcements to keep it from continuing to keep leaning, basically. So it actually now leans 5 degrees less than it used to. I think they used to say it was leaning at 45 degrees and now it's only 40, if I remember. I think that's right. So I think that's mostly what I've been up to the last couple of days. Actually gonna stop at a beach kind of near here for the rest of the day and have some pesto pasta later at home. And then tomorrow I'm off to Rome. So if I leave anything out or forgot anything, I will fill you guys in next time. And until then, I will talk to you soon. Ciao.